Compensation or waves and performance evolution. Compensation and performance evolution are related. When an employee performs well or poorly, it affects the salary or benefits provided. Various factors such as the value of the job, company strategy, labor market conditions, cost of living, and wage rates are also considered. Types of compensation. First one, direct compensation. Includes salary, bonus, incentive pay, and commission. Second, indirect compensation. Includes benefits such as travel, educational, and health benefits. Lastly, non-financial compensation. Includes employee recognition, a good work environment, flexible hours, and management support. Connecting compensation to organizational objective. The right compensation is linked to the organization's objectives. In modern times, employees are paid based on their skills and contributions, not just their job title. Balance effort and pay motivate workers and contribute to the success of the company.
Compensation. Motivational factors for employees' compensation. Pay represents a reward that an employee receives for good performance that contributes to the company's success. Pay equity. It related to fairness. The equity theory is a motivations theory focusing on employees' response to the pay that they receive and the feelings that they receive less or more than they deserve. Expectancy theory. It is another theory of motivation which predicts that employees are motivated to work well because of the attractiveness of the rewards or benefits that they may receive from a job assignment. Those are the 5 bases of compensation employee. First, piecework basis. It when pay is computed according to the number of units produced. 2. Hourly basis. It when pay is computed according to the number of work hours rendered. 3. Daily basis. When pay is computed according to the number of work days rendered. 4. Weekly basis. It when pay is computed according to the number of work weeks rendered. And the last, monthly basis. It when pay is computed according to the number of work months rendered. Compensation rates are influenced by internal and external factors. First, internal factors. Internal factors are the organization's compensation policies, the importance of the job, the employee's qualification in meeting the job requirements, and the employer's financial stability. External factors. External factors, on the other hand, including local and global market conditions, labor supply, area or regional wage rates, cost of living, collective bargaining agreements, and national and international laws, among others.
Why some evaluation programs fall: performance appraisal such as manager supervisor appraisal, self-appraisal, subordinate appraisal, customer appraisal, peer appraisal, team appraisal, or 360-degree appraisal may sometimes fail due to various reasons including the following: the inadequate orientation of the evaluatees regarding the objectives of the program, incomplete information of the evaluatees, proper answering of the evaluation questionnaire, bias exhibited by evaluators, inadequate time for answering the evaluation forms, ambiguous term use in the evaluation questionnaire, employee's job description is not properly evaluated by the evaluation questionnaire use, inflated ratings resulting from the evaluator's avoidance of giving low scores. Evaluator's appraisal is focused on the personality of the evaluate and not his or her performance. The unhealthy personality of the evaluator and the evaluator may be influenced by organizational politics. Reward system. Organizations offer competitive reward system to attract knowledgeable and skilled people and to keep them motivated and satisfied once they are employed in their firm. Further rewards promote personal growth and development and present fast employee turnover management offers different types of rewards. Monetary rewards, rewards that pertain to money, finance or currency, pay salary, financial remuneration. given in exchange for work performance that will help the organization attain its goals. Example, weekly, monthly, or hourly pay, piecework compensation, etc. Benefits: indirect forms of compensation given to employees, workers to improve the quality of their work and personal lives, healthcare benefits, retirement benefits, educational benefits, and other are example of these. Incentives, rewards that are based upon pay for performance philosophy establishes a baseline performance level that employees or groups of employees must reach to be given such reward or payment. Example, bonuses, merit pay, sales incentives, etc. Executive pay, a compensation package for executives of organization which consists of 5 components: basic salary, bonuses, stock plans, benefits, and perquisite sites. Stock options are plans that grant employees the right to buy a specific number of shares of the organization's stock at a guaranteed price during a selected period. Non-monetary rewards, rewards that do not pertain to money, finance, or currency refer to intrinsic rewards that are self-granted and which have positive psychological effect on the employee who received them. Award, a non-monetary reward that may be given to individual employees or groups to use for meritorious service or outstanding performance. Trophies, medals, or certificates of recognition may be given instead of cash or extrinsic rewards. Praise, a form of non-monetary intrinsic reward given by superiors to their subordinates when they express oral or verbal appreciation for excellent job performance.
Employee relations. Employee relationships apply to all phases of work's activity in organization, and manager to be effective must be able to encourage good employee relations among all human resources under his or her care. Employees or worker are social being who needs connection or relations with other being. Other employees or worker who can give them social support as they carry out their task in the organization where all of them belong. Talking to a co-worker perceived to be a friend or working on a delicate task with other can be comforting during times of stress, fear, or loneliness. When these negative feelings are overcome, employees will be able to work better toward the achievements of their organization goal. Effective employer relations and social support. Social support is the sum of perceived assistance or benefit that may result from effective social employee relationships. The quantity and quality of an employee's relationships with others determines social support. Esteem support, informational support, or financial support. In short, social support and effective employee relation must always go together. A horse and a carriage, where one would be useless without the other. Therefore, without social support, effective employee relations are not possible. And without effective social employee relationships, social support likewise is not possible. Below are some barriers to good employee relations. Antisocial personality, refusal to share more about oneself to co-employees, being a loner. Lack of trust in others. Self-attitude, too many self-serving motives. Lack of good self-esteem, not a team player. Being conceited. Cultural or subcultural differences. Lack of cooperation. Communication problems. Refusal to listen to what others seek to communicate. Lack of concern for others' welfare. Here are some ways to overcome barriers to good employee relations. Develop a healthy personality to overcome negative attitudes and behavior. Find time to socialize with coworkers. Overcome tendencies of being too dependent on electronic gadgets. Develop good communication skills and be open to others' opinion. Minimize cultural and subcultural tension. The benefit of strong employment relations. Productivity. Strong employment relations create pleasant atmosphere within the work environment. It increases employee motivation and can also be increased through improved employee morale. Companies that have invested in employee relations program have experienced an increase in productivity, and therefore, the increased productivity leads to increases in profit for the business. 2. Employee loyalty. Creating a productive and pleasant work environment has a drastic effect on an employee's commitment to the firm. It encourages a loyal workforce. Having such a labor force improves employee retention. In doing so, the cost of recruitment, hiring, and training are cut drastically. For most businesses, the high cost of employee turnover outweighs the cost of employee relations program that they have in place. Another benefit is that when the employee turnover is low, it ensures that the employer has a trained and skilled set of employees. 3. Conflict reduction. When a work environment is efficient and friendly, the extent of conflict within the workplace is reduced. Fewer conflicts result in the employees being to concentrate on the task at hand, and they are therefore more productive. All the research and statistics lead to one conclusion: a happy workforce is a productive workforce. Creating a sound and efficient work environment with excellent management and a strong employee relation can be the vital key to any business success or failure. 3 types of employees. 1. Engage. Employees who work with passion and feel a deep connection with their company. They drive innovation and move the organization forward. 2. Not engaged. Employees who are essentially checked out. They put time but not energy or passion into their work. 3. Actively disengaged. Employees who are not only unhappy at work but also act out their unhappiness. They undermine what their engaged coworker accomplish.
A labor union is a group of employees united to fight for fairness, justice, and better working conditions. Workers usually form unions because of 3 main reasons: financial needs like wages and benefits, unfair management practices such as favoritism or biased actions, and social or leadership concerns like the need for belonging and recognition. The process of union organizing happens in steps. First, employees and union officers explore the possibility of unionizing. Then, an initial meeting is held to attract supporters and leaders. Next, an in-house organizing committee is formed to gather authorization cards from employees. If enough support is shown, a representation election is held. Finally, if the union wins, it is certified as the official bargaining representative, leading to negotiation for a collective agreement.
prepare for negotiations. Both union and management gather data, select representatives, and organize proposals to support their bargaining positions. Develop strategies. Each side plans its proposals and concessions. The union focuses on convincing management, while management considers limit and strike possibilities. Conduct negotiations. Bargaining takes place by analyzing proposals and resolving issues. If no agreement is reached, a deadlock may occur, leading to mediation, arbitration, strike, or lockout. Formalize agreement. Once negotiation success, both parties sign a binding contract, CBA, that lists terms, conditions, and rules. It must be ratified by employees and signed by union and management leaders. Grievance procedure. A formal process where employees, through their union, file complaints to supervisor or managers. If unresolved, the issue is elevated step by step to higher management, the union president, and finally to the NLRC arbitration, where a neutral party gives a final decision that both parties must follow.